Hey guys, what you guys are currently watching in the background is a Switch Site Nuclear on drone, and basically, you know, I'm just going through some of my gameplays I still have on my thing as my Elgato has actually broken, and, you know, I still have a couple, you know, pretty decent gameplays. I'm not going to say they're the best, but, you know, they're alright on the, you know, on Black Ops 2, and I was wondering if anyone could actually record them. They're on the PS3, not Xbox, otherwise Leon would be able to record them for me. And, you know, they're not the greatest gameplays, but they're just something that we can upload that's unique. And so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And, you know, I'm not very good at doing commentary topics, and it's, I don't know, I don't really know what Leon wants me to do, whether he just wants me to kind of like drag out these commentary topics, or whether he wants me to just kind of do the intro and then, you know, chuck some music on. And so yeah guys, I'll tell you a little bit about the time that I, you know, went through Australia. And basically, you know, I went on a 4-week trip across Australia. Well, not really across Australia, like kind of straight through the middle. I went across the Simpson Desert, and it was a pretty fun time. And you know, when I climbed Uluru, I don't know if you guys know that Ayers Rock, the big massive rock in Australia, middle of Australia. I was it was it was one of the most scariest things in my life. Basically, it was, normally they close it if it's windy, and this particular, we thought it was all going to be closed. We just kind of go in there and take photos, and it actually happened to be, it was still open. And so we kind of, I don't really climb it, it's kind of like a steep kind of face you just walk up with like a chain, and it was it's god awful walking up there because it was so windy, and I hated it. It was like it was a massive chill of just like ice cold breeze just blowing you off. It just felt like I was gonna fall off the top. It really was. But kind of once I got up to the top, it was actually kind of less windy and less scary than just walking up the face. I don't know why, but, you know, it was actually really scary walking up the face. And, you know, we saw a lot of just dingoes and stuff, and we actually happened to see, this is the thing my dad and my uncle were most happy, well, not most happy about, but really looking forward to doing, and they didn't know if they were going to do it. And we actually saw a wild, you know, pack of camels, and they're pretty rare, you know, still in Australia. They're pretty rare to actually see a wild pack of camels, and we saw them, and they were kind of like close, and they were making this really weird sound, and I'll see if I can find a thing, and I'll put it on right now if I do. If not, then I'm sorry, because you know, it was like I don't really know how to describe it. It was the weirdest sound ever, and you wouldn't expect a camel to make that sound. And you know, they were making these sounds, and it was just really fun to see. And, you know, just if you ever want to do this, make sure you go with someone, because it was honestly, I don't know if you'd ever do this trip by yourselves unless you know really experienced. And so it was just honestly one of, you know, the greatest trips of greatest times of my life, you know, going across the Simpson Desert and just basically exploring the country, you know, that I live in, because really I live in more like of a populated area. I don't really live kind of outback, but going in the outback, it was just, you know, it's good to see the showers in some of the places. You had to only at a certain time, and you had to pay for it, just because that's how little water there is out there. And, you know, there was this one kind of like bin area type thing out in the back, and all there was just throughout this like little area, like dump, was just dingoes everywhere. You know, they were just all over the place, and, you know, that was pretty sick. They unfortunately, we didn't get attacked by the dingoes, but you know, it was pretty good. And there were actually some campsites that we stopped at, you know, that the dingoes would just kind of walk through the thing, and there actually was, you know, had to be signs up saying that the dingoes are not able to be fed because they're, you know, wild animals, and they could always react, and they need to keep the wild animals like that. And, you know, on the way out, when I was going out, because I live in Queensland on the far right side of Australia, there were lots of like dead kangaroos on the roads and stuff like that. But once you get out, and there's a dingo fence going across the border from Queensland and down across New South Wales and all that, kind of blocking the other side of Australia from all the dingoes. And basically, you know, this kind of blocked out the dingoes and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, all the dead kangaroos that were on the side of the road and all that going out weren't there. And you know why? Because the dingoes obviously ate them. And so basically, yeah. and you know, there were emus there as well, lots of wild emus. Basically, it was just kind of all this stuff, and this commentary topic was just kind of all jumbled. I just kind of thought it up on the spot just there. Sorry, but hopefully you guys will enjoy the story of, or some of the exciting things. You know, there were a lot of other things when I went through Australia, but they're just kind of some of the main things. And so yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.